Hi all, this is Dennis Stanley with LindseyJones University. Very excited to talk about our new digital version of the review manual for the TMC and clinical simulation methodologies for the NBRC exam. Now, who does this apply to? This applies to students who have purchased any kind of home study material from us, but it also applies to schools who have purchased what's called the hybrid model. It's called hybrid because your students have all got a complete kit. They've got a book, they have access to hundreds of hours of the multimedia. In other words, there's also a LindseyJones standard edition that many schools have that's really just access to the clinical simulation exams and the TMC exams with rationale. But this is the upper version. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please contact our office. We'll be happy to talk about that. Very often these kits are distributed through bookstores or directly through the programs. But if they have that, it means the students have an actual book. What we've added just recently now is the digital version of that book, so they can also use that in a very mobile environment in a very easy way. So I'm just going to log in and show you. So I'm pretending like I'm a student, and I'm just going to log in here if you'll bear with me. Oh, I got the password wrong. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And then I have multiple products, but your students, if they only have one, they don't have the adult critical care or the NPS, they're just going to go straight into this dashboard here. Now, they're used to seeing this already, probably. This is where they go into the learn, and then they can also do exam practice. Then they can look down here and see a variety of other videos. But what you want to see here, what I want to point out is the online book. Technically, it's in beta version right now. We're just adding a few other pieces of content. But as you go in here, it's pretty easy to manage. All right, and so there it is. And it looks just like the regular book, and you can just scroll through the whole darn thing. One good thing that you can do is that it has a very elaborate and extensive table of contents. And so as you can see, here's the patient data section, and then it goes all of the categories and subcategories, radiographic assessment. So it's very easy to find things, I think. Laboratory assessments, etc. Till you get down to here, and then you finally get to the equipment chapter. And then as you go farther, there's a lot in the equipment chapter. Then you get to the interventions chapter. And then beyond that, at the very end, we also have other sections that are related to like pathology, key pathologies, etc., neonates, etc. And so it's a very extensive table of contents. Now, just to kind of show you, one thing that the digital book can do that the written book doesn't do very well, I say very well, it just can't because it can't show detailed x-rays, for instance. Oh, it can print the x-ray, but a printed x-ray is very different than an x-ray on the screen. And so what we have is a lot more color here. It's a lot easier to manage, but otherwise the content is the same as the book. It's just that we have a lot more colorful examples in the book, as you might imagine, something that we can do on screen. It's a little bit better. And so here I am going through calculations, and I won't bore you to death here, but I can also just scroll through the book here, and you can see there's lots and lots of images. This is what I was talking about. The ability to see an x-ray on the screen and teach it is much better than printing an x-ray in a book. And so that's one of the advantages of the digital book, and we're super excited to have it. And this goes on for pages and pages, and here's equipment, and then of course it goes down to interventions, and then it goes all the way down here. Now, I want to show you, for this case, we're putting some more stuff here right now. This is a very current book, meaning that we may add stuff constantly. The students may see that we're adding something, and then all of a sudden it will appear. And so that's, in that way, it's somewhat of a beta test. We're still putting information in it right now. But as you can see, you can go through there and check things out. Here's some APGAR criteria, etc. All right, and that's it. That's all we wanted to show you. So that is the announcement for the new digital version, online version of the LindseyJones TMC and Clinical Simulation Study Guide.